I'm here to challenge you. This is a speech to inform, and I'm informing you I'm about to challenge you.
Not another one.
This is a new year, and this is not your average Toastmaster club, by the way. This is a club that's been in existence for 43 years. That doesn't mean we don't have new members. Of course we have new members, but this is a club of advanced members. Not many people get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is a club for serious speakers, people who are dedicated to their personal growth and development. Many of us have given talks, and we've fulfilled leadership roles, and we've fulfilled a number of our manuals, and have taken different positions both within the club and at a district level. And I want to challenge you today to think about using the High Performance Leadership Manual and the program that it represents to achieve some important project that you have in mind. Again, this is a new year. So I want to challenge each one of you to come up with one project that is meaningful and important to you. And I know each one of you have such a project, and probably have 6 or 7 projects actually. But pick just one that you can practice using this method. So I know Ray is working on a number of projects, business projects, and I know Frank is working on some projects, and I know Pat is, and I know each and every one of you, Wendy is. We could go around the room, but why doesn't somebody throw out an idea? David, you've been working on a project for the last year or longer. You know, can you give us 5-10 seconds? You know, what's the 15-word version of the project? One project that's important to you.
One project that's very important to me is establishing my organization as a multifaceted musician in many different areas. When I am so inundated with my own thoughts and ideas, and there's so many avenues to go in music, and they're all time consuming, your very talk is exactly what I would be looking for to organize.
Excellent, thank you. Sydney, what's a project? I know you're involved in many, many things in your community and in your church that you're so active in. Is there a single project that springs to your mind that you say, boy, I'd like to just wave a magic wand and bing, have that done? What's some significant project that's going to involve other people, not just you by yourself? Is there something that springs to your mind?
Well, John, you're just challenging me to think of something.
I am.
Maybe I really should have a project.
Go easy, he's retired.
We're each investing a lot of time and resources by being here. Every single week we're being here. We're investing an hour and a half plus the time that, you know, we're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning or earlier, and we're committing an enormous amount of time. I know that Jim always has several projects. He and his wife are active in the community and are always working on big projects. Jim, is there something that springs to your mind?
You're right, there are several projects that I have. I feel like a juggler at times. I have to work on this, but I don't want to drop the ball somewhere else. Right now, I'm concerned with getting my financial future settled. Retirement is on the horizon, somewhere down the road, and I want to be prepared for that. So all of the denial and the postponement of that now comes fair to the forefront. But this is things I have to really pay attention to.
Thank you. Thank you. I want each of you to promise to yourself that you're going to identify one project and take a look at the various tools that Toastmaster offers and pick one tool to apply to it, to test, to practice. Use it like a tool. Use it like getting a new hydraulic wrench or some new power tool that is going to give you the ability to leverage your action and achieve higher goals than you've been using. I want to pull you out of your sleep and out of the habit and out of the routine of just getting things done. you know, each one of us gets assigned, you know, we're a speaker for a time, or we fulfill a role, but I want you to step out and go beyond that. Now, there's a couple things I want to give you specifically about this methodology, and that's the high-performance leadership. There's a method, a 3-step method, which is study, action, and feedback. And then there's 5 parts to the manual. And at this point, I'd like to hand those out. This is the table of contents to the high-performance leadership manual, and this is the last incarnation of it. There's new graphics that go with it. So, the 5 parts as you look through this, and I've just made a few up so that you can take a look at them, is first of all, learning about leadership. Now, this is a manual that was produced 20 years ago by Carl Albrecht, and he's a consultant and he's written 17 books. Most importantly, this is a project management methodology that I think that uses principles that can be applied whenever you're working with a group of people that are seeking to achieve a significant goal. So first of all, learning about leadership. Second is choosing your objective. Third is working to obtain commitment from your team that you've put together. Then working that plan that you've established with your team, and then analyzing and presenting the results. Each of these parts goes through this study, action, and feedback phase, in which at the end of each of these 5 steps you have a meeting with your guidance committee that you've put together to help you support. I spoke on November the 27th about facilitating a nonprofit speaker series that I'm doing for a business development group in Vancouver. Here's a brief update. Sharon and Patrick came down to Vancouver with me and attended the meeting, and we spent 20 minutes on December the 20th, and we brought it up to date. And last Thursday, January the 3rd, we had our first speaker, Kirk Wright, who spoke about the Vancouver Food Co-op. One of the significant results that came out of that is one of our members there is sponsoring a musician, and the proceeds from it are going to, some of the proceeds are going to go to the Vancouver Food Co-op. And it was through that interaction that took place, and that this member was able to work with the Vancouver Food Co-op to leverage and increase the effectiveness of this event with this musician. Our coming speakers are, we have the Share House in February, we have the American Lung Association in March, we have the Alzheimer's Association in April, we have Make-A-Wish, which helps ill children, in June, and Patrick is putting together a group that's going to speak about helping military families. So again, I want to repeat, I want to challenge you today to pick some project and use a tool, and I'd like to invite you to consider to use the high-performance leadership tool as one of those methods that you could apply. It's proven, it's absurdly affordable, and it'll make a difference in your building a team and working with the team, not just trying to go it alone and get the job done by yourself.